Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Edgy Blades. I am so pleased to provide this video for you today on quite possibly the greatest Kubey I've ever had my hands on. And this is one that's been on my wait list or my wish list on White Mountain Knives for months. And it was one of those ones I just never thought was going to become available. And I'm so pleased that it has. This here is what is called the Kubey Hyperion. And this is a Jelly Jerry design. As you can see, Jelly Jerry is awesome with the designs of knives that he has, with the great big bellies of the blades and so forth. And this one here is priced well below what I would imagine it to really, what it could go for, honestly. This is the, as you can see, the flame patterned titanium, and this also comes in just a standard gray as well as a black with a black blade. And the nice thing with this flame titanium pattern one is it has this blue hardware, and it's really nice looking. It really pops. The anodization on it does have like a blue tint to it, and the thing is just, it's great. It's everything I was really hoping that it would be, and I'm very, very happy to finally get this in my hands. I saw it became available again this past weekend when I did the early notification that you can do on White Mountain Knives, and they will send you the email like, just like that. And it's a good sized knife. It's being offered as an everyday carry and also a tactical knife. And I am really, really pleased with it. Getting it in hand, it's got some really smooth action, a great detent, really perfect jimping on the flipper tab, decent lockup on the Framelock, and a very, very nice clip as well. They don't go interfering with that that relief right there, so you're not going to be catching this or hanging this up. They really just, it's a work of art. Jelly Jerry, he does some great knives again, and the one that I always fell in love with here is the one he did for TwoSun. And as a size comparison, it's relatively about the same size, but this has even bigger belly on the blade, and I'm totally digging it. I think this is the 237, if memory serves correctly. TS-237 maybe? I don't know. But they're still available out there. This one's gorgeous. It's a great user. And honestly, so is this. I am just blown away. Now, I love this type of blade. One of the things that it kind of reminded me of when I first saw it was, I would say, like a more... Well, one knife I really truly love is the CJRB Resource. I've been carrying it quite a bit. It's a beast. It's considerably bigger, but I love that big blade. I know it's able to take care of some hard tasks, and ARRPM 9 steel, the whole thing, just really great. Now, this is definitely a couple bucks more, but again, honestly, worth every penny. And I am loving the action on it. You can get a reverse flick on it, no problem. I did find that it's a little tough to actually use the flipper or the hold tab unless you really dig your thumb into the meat of it. But again, it is just beautiful. It's got great contouring on it. The whole thing is just really just I am extremely pleased with it. I give you the whole dimensions here. Overall, we are looking at 8.39 inches. The blade itself is 3.5, which is that sweet spot. I love a 3.5-inch blade. Blade thickness is 0.12 inches, so it's thin, but man, it's got some great jimping on it too. You can feel that, you can hear it. It's good jimping, and the whole thing just, oh man, I am truly digging it. Handle is 4.88 inches, so it's a good size handle, and the thickness on it is a decent 0.52 inches, so it's about a ½ inch, just a smidgen more. And the weight is I would say a decent, nice, hefty feeling 5.72 ounces. And honestly, for this size of this knife, it just really works. The whole thing is nicely balanced. It feels great in the hand, forward and reverse grip. It's a winner. Super sharp. One of the things I love to cut is this kind of material here for envelopes, and yeah, you're not having any problem with this going through stuff, and totally digging it. It is extremely sharp, and with being S35VN steel, you know it's going to hold that edge and shouldn't be a problem to sharpen either. It's got a decent choil in it for sharpening. The whole thing, it's a great everyday carry, work of art. It's beautiful and feels beautiful. And the whole thing is definitely a keeper. I'll show you some more size comparisons with other knives. Here we have, this is the large Honey Badger. So the blade also type is similar, but again, I'm loving the belly on this one. And let's see. Here is the Civivi Vision, and I just recently did a little bit of a grind job on this just to make it a little more pointy. I did not like the way it was rounded, so this works better for me. But yeah, I would say roughly about the same size. This has got a longer handle, but it really works. And one last one for comparison. Got the large Pyrite. And that's I would say a decent comparison, but this is beautiful. I'm not usually one for sandblasted finishes, but honestly, it kind of works with this one. Especially being S35VN, I don't have that fear like I would, like, say, a sandblasted D2 or something that's liable to pit or rust. This is just, it's really just, it works. Got some really nice milling into that blade, so you can get some digits in there for flipping it either way. And I really like the access that they do for that milling on the different curves of this and all. And let's see. I am quite certain that is T8 hardware on here. So it shouldn't be a problem to take apart. The whole thing is just, it's beautiful. And yeah, each one of the models is $150. Use my code if you happen to get this off of White Mountain Knives, NCN, that brings it down 10% off for $135. So there you go. I am so happy to get this in my hands finally. I can't tell you. I've had this in my wish list like forever, and I am just so happy. So there you go. Ecstatic edgy blade here. Glad I got it. I think you'll like it. Hopefully it is going to be a Kubey home run for people to, you know, take notice and get a hold of this one. Man, I don't know. I had a knife before. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, also called a Hyperion. It was the Artisan Cutlery. I boasted about it, showed it off and everything. But man, that knife just never got the play it deserved. And I certainly hope that's not the case with this one, even though they share the same name. Granted, that knife was huge, but this is a good sized knife. I mean, under 9 inches, so 8.39 again for a total, but that 3.5-inch blade with that under 5-inch handle, the whole thing's great. It's a home run. Hope you dig it. And again, hope you like, comment, and subscribe. It is much appreciated. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.